We'll begin with the program first of all. But of course, this year's Northern Business Expo and Summit promises to be better. If you look at the lineup of guests and speakers that we have to take us through their experiences and also nurture us into successful business people in the near future is quite great. Please a round of applause for our speakers here this morning. We appreciate you so much and your time and all of us invited guests. All invited guests as well. As I know we're able to get the individuals here who we have invited as well, I'll be acknowledging all of you in due time. However, please make sure they're also following us on social media. We are there, Northern Business Festival on Facebook. And if you're posting as well, make sure you use the hashtag Northern Business Expo and Summit. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll begin by having a welcome address by the Chief Executive Officer of Key Events in the person of Mr. Pascal Antonio. Please a round of applause for him. They have put together this particular event and it is a great one getting all these speakers on board. Please another round of applause for him.
I start my speech in 3, 2, 1. Distinguished guests, honored speakers, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the Northern Business Summit, a proud pillar of the Northern Business Festival. Our theme for this year, breaking barriers, elevating women, empowering the youth, and shaping the future. It's more than a theme, it's a movement. It's a bold reminder that Northern Ghana is ready to rise. It is ready to innovate. It is a bold reminder that Northern Ghana will redefine its economic future. It then also tells us that when women are elevated, communities rise. When youth are empowered, economics transform. And when barriers fall, the future opens wide with opportunities. We gather today because we believe in this region. We believe in the potential of our people. We believe the next tech founder, the next business icon, the next agricultural innovator may be sitting right here in this room. Today's summit sets the tone for an entire week of inspiration, innovation, and impact. The Northern Business Festival. Allow me to give you a quick tour of the programs we'll be having. Today, we officially launch the Northern Business Summit. Today again, we are doing the Northern Business Expo just opposite us, the Jubilee Park. We'll do it tomorrow too. On December 5th, we celebrate excellence at the Northern Business Awards. The individuals and businesses pushing this region forward should always be celebrated one way or the other. Ladies and gentlemen, right across this edifice, there's the Jubilee Park. The Northern Business Expo is live and vibrant. Businesses are exhibiting, entrepreneurs are showcasing their finest products, and the business part, many items are available at discounted prices. After this summit, let's all walk across, support our local businesses, and grab a few things. Please don't leave empty-handed. Let's buy and support these business people. Now, none of this would be possible without our partners. So let us extend our deepest appreciation to the Northern Regional Council, the Kamale Metropolitan Assembly, the Ghana Investment Fund for Electronic Communication, also known as GIFEC, the National Lottery Authority, Assassin Radio, Nisim Radio, that's what I'm holding here, Trillium Ghana, Sontaba Hive, NCA, and Hive Media. We thank you for believing in this vision, supporting this mission, and standing with us to drive development in Northern Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, the Northern Business Festival has officially begun. The energy here, the ideas are here, and the future is calling. Let's break barriers. Let's elevate women. Let's empower the youth. Because at the end of the day, We are the future. Let's shape the future of Northern Ghana together. Thank you very much.
All right, so there are some interesting things that he did mention, and I love as well. Please, Pascal, CEO, NTV will not be happy with you this morning for not mentioning them as part of the partners. Yeah, so NTV, please accept our apologies as well. But of course, you are a proud partner. We are happy to have you here this morning as well. Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready to learn? Are we ready to learn? Are we ready to meet our speakers? Are we ready? Okay, so this year's theme, let's not forget, is breaking barriers, elevating the women, empowering the youth, and shaping the future. Shaping the future starts with you. And that is why I am so excited to see a lot more young people who are here. And the fact that some of you already hold some leadership positions in your schools and in your various organizations. Thank you so much for making time with us this morning. And so this morning we're going to be learning from creme de la creme, the best you can find. Some of the individuals that are holding forth some of the biggest, forces you can get in the northern region are here to speak with us this morning, and you should be delighted to be here this morning. And so I reiterate again, make sure you're following us. If you have a mobile phone here, you're going to post a hashtag Northern Business Expo and Summit. Our CEO did highlight that businesses are going to be exhibiting their products and services at the Jubilee Park. And so right after here, we'll be moving there, and make sure you purchase something because the items and products there are discounted. And so you can make some purchases there as well. Thank you so much. Right now, I would have the honor to introduce our guests this morning, but as well, we'll have some individuals who will be acknowledging on the show as well this morning. In the meantime, we have in our midst, she used to be the mother of the region, Yes, she used to be the mother of the region. She continues to be the mother of the region, and she's here with us this morning. This morning, we are honored to have with us one of our speakers who is here, and it's appropriate to acknowledge and introduce them at this point. We have been joined by the woman making sure that other women have a voice, other women have a platform, other women are empowered, other women get the justice they deserve, other women own their own businesses, they gain their confidence. Look, I can go on some of the things that this woman of steel has been doing for women, especially from the northern region. Ladies and gentlemen, Hajia Alima Sajito Sayid is here with us. Let's see you. Thank you so much, Hajia, for making time with us this morning. We are so grateful to have you in our midst. We'll also move on to do some more introductions as we can. DJ music. I love it. We thank you so much also for playing your part. Ladies and gentlemen, we continue with our agenda for the program this morning. We also have in our midst the Northern Regional Manager for GIFIC, and he's here on behalf of his boss, Mr. Salifu Abdul Fattah. Please, let's see you again. Let's do better for him. He's going to be one of our speakers this morning, and he will be sharing his knowledge with us. Thank you so much for making time and sharing your knowledge with us this morning. We also have in our midst, we're supposed to have our father join us this morning. That is the Northern Regional Minister. But other very important meetings also had to take his time, and so he's not been able to come this morning. However, he has not left us apart. He has been represented by the Tamale Metropolitan Coordinating Director in the person of Alhaji Mohammed Rafiu. Please, let's see you, Alhaji. Thank you so much for making time with us this morning. And on that note, we'll be taking the keynote speech from Alhaji Mohammed Rafiu. Alhaji, if you can join us. Alhaji, can you join us and give you a keynote speech so we can have the panel discussion? Please, let's give it up for Alhaji to give us his keynote speech this morning, then we'll continue. Thank you. Alhaji Mohammed Rufai, yes, that's him.
Let me first of all indicate that I am here to represent the Honorable Regional Minister, as earlier on indicated by the moderator, who was billed to attend this function, but duty has taken him away from the region. My mayor was to step in his shoes. Unfortunately, just this morning, he was taken away by duty to Accra. The saddle is on me to stand on their behalf to interact with you. The speech I'm presenting is for the Honorable Regional Minister. I'm doing that for the Honorable Regional Minister, who is the father of the region. The CEO of the National Lotteries Authority, Honorable Salam, is with us. I acknowledge his presence. CEO of Swida Ghana, the Regional Director of GIFEX, who I am told is representing the CEO of GIFEX. Distinguished invited guests, students, fellow participants, good morning. It is an honor to stand before you today as we gather for the Northern Business Summit, an integral part of the Northern Business Festival. Let me first of all extend a warm welcome to all of you who have joined us here to celebrate this event under the theme Breaking Barriers, Elevating Women, Empowering the Youth, and Shaping the Future. Your presence reflects a shared commitment to building Northern Ghana, where the potential is not limited by gender, age, or circumstances, but unlocked through unity, innovation, and purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, today's theme speaks directly to the journey we are on as a region. Breaking barriers is not merely an aspiration, it is a responsibility. Across communities, women and young people represent the heartbeat of our future. Their ideas, their creativity, and their resilience are the fuel that will drive the northern region forward. As leaders, partners, and stakeholders, it is our duty to create conditions that allow them not only to participate, but to strive. Ladies and gentlemen, over the years, our region has made significant strides, improvements in infrastructure, access to education, digital inclusion, and agricultural modernization. These advancements have laid a solid foundation for growth. But progress must be inclusive. It must reach the young entrepreneur with a dream and the woman with a vision. Elevating women and empowering the youth is not a separate agenda. It is central to the transformation we all seek. To the young people gathered here today, your ambition matters. Entrepreneurship is not an easy journey. It demands courage, patience, and resilience. But the northern region is rich with opportunity in agribusiness, in fintech, in communication technology, and in digital innovation. Whether it is transforming farm produce into market-ready products, building tech solutions for financial inclusion, or leveraging digital tools to strengthen communication and access to information, Your ideas can shape the economy of tomorrow. Do not fear challenges. Embrace them as stepping stones. You are not alone. Your community, your region, and your nation stand ready to support you. Ladies and gentlemen, to the women of our region, your contribution to development is undeniable, yet too often, barriers, both cultural and economic, hold back your full participation. Today, we reaffirm our commitment to challenging this narrative. Women in technology, women in finance, women in agribusiness, and women in leadership are essential to our progress. Initiatives such as mentorship programs, digital skills, training, and inclusion focused partnership must be expanded to ensure that women are not just included but uplifted. When women rise, society rise. We also acknowledge the transformative role of technology in shaping the future. Digital tools and platforms allow us to transcend borders, expand markets, and create new opportunities. In fintech, mobile banking and digital finance are bridging gaps, enabling individuals and businesses to access capital previously out of reach. In communication and IT, young innovators are building solutions that connect communities and enhance collaboration. These sectors represent not only areas of growth but engines of empowerment, particularly for youth and women. Agribusiness remains a cornerstone of our economy, and today it offers more possibilities than ever before. From precision farming to food processing to agri-tech, innovation can uplift smallholder farmers and create sustainable value chains. When young people and women participate actively in this space, the entire nation benefits. As we push forward with these goals, collaboration becomes essential. Government alone cannot drive the transformation we seek. The private sector, development partners, academia, civil society, and community leaders all have critical roles to play. We must work together to design policies that open doors for young entrepreneurs, create mentorship pipelines for women in tech, and expand market access to SMEs. We must invest in innovation hubs, strengthen technical and vocational education, and encourage financial institutions to create products tailored to the realities of young people and women-owned our businesses. We must also commit to building a culture that celebrates creativity and reward initiatives. The future belongs to regions that embrace innovation, nurture talent, and remove unnecessary barriers to progress. The northern region must position itself as a hub of creativity, entrepreneurship, and digital transformation. This requires bold leadership, consistent investment, and shared belief that greatness can emerge from every community, every classroom, every household across the region. As we gather here today, I wish to express deep gratitude to KIP Events, the organizers of this summit, and the entire Northern Business Festival. Your dedication has brought together policymakers, private sector leaders, development partners, innovators, and young dreamers under one roof. The platform you have created is not just an event, it is a catalyst for transformation. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, I extend heartfelt appreciation to each and every participant here today Your presence is a testament to your belief in the northern region and in the limitless potential of its people. Let us use this moment to spark new collaborations, forge meaningful partnership, and inspire bold ideas. The future of Northern Region will be shaped by what we choose to do today. Let us choose to break barriers. Let us choose to elevate women. Let us choose to empower the youth. And together, let us shape a future where our communities thrive and businesses grow and our people rise. On this note, I thank you for our attention and wish you a very fruitful deliberation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Alhaji, for that wonderful speech this morning. A bit touching, isn't it? At a point, I was getting very emotional because the speech is spot on, it is on point, everything that you need to hear. And I love that key points in the speech has touched on the theme for this year's program, which is what? Which is what? Oh, please a round of applause for yourselves. Well done. You are a very great audience. Thank you so much. And so we'll continue. We'll get into the very integral and vital part of this program. Please, those of you who will be joining us, please can we do that quietly? Let's not cause a lot of disruptions. Thank you so much. Again, you are welcome to the Northern Expo and Business Summit right here in the Northern region. Reiterating again that the Expo is happening right across us at the Jubilee Park, where business and entrepreneur people are exhibiting their products and services, where you can go and purchase at discounted prices. And so this afternoon, as we go there, make sure you grab something for yourself. The weather is weathering, right? And so make sure you're grabbing some local products. Very, very important this morning. Let's get into the very key aspect of this program, which is the panel discussion. And we're going to be addressing some of the issues that are raised when it comes to becoming an entrepreneur, and how difficult, how easy, and the solutions we can also grab from these experienced individuals we have lined up as guest speakers this morning on this program. I'll first of all start with Hajia. Of course, she's the woman, and so I'll start with her. I'll be very biased this morning, but of course, let me tell you a brief background of who Hajia is. Of course, I cannot capture the entire force of Hajia, but what I can tell you about Hajia is that she is a transformative development practitioner, gender advocate, and social entrepreneur whose influence continues to shape community development and women empowerment across northern Ghana and beyond. As the executive director of the Savannah Women Integrated Development Agency, SWIDA Ghana, she has dedicated nearly 2 decades. You won't clap for that? Yes, 2 decades to advancing gender equality, strength. Before we begin the panel discussion as well, we want to acknowledge the institutions that have partnered with us as well. Please, let's give it up for the Tamale Technical University. If you're here, let us see you. Tamale Technical University, where are you? Okay, all right. Thank you so much for coming. Also, the University for Development Studies. Let's see you. UDS, let's see. Oh, okay. All right. And also the Proud Tamale Senior High School. All right. And also the Proud Tamale Girls Senior High School. Pana, let's see you. All girls. Thank you so much. And I'm happy to see a number of you here. We'll continue and begin with a panel discussion at the moment. But of course, let's have the microphone go to Dr. Arnold Mashud for now. Doc, very good morning to you. Thank you so much for making time with us. Let's just get straight into it. In your entrepreneurship journey, what major barriers did you have to break? And how can a young person, at this point, replicate resilience and positive energy towards breaking barriers that they confront in their journeys?
All right. Thank you so much. I'm actually in a very difficult situation, being flanked by um, renowned individuals. So is you have to pardon me because my boss is Mr. Salam. He has mentored me and then he has guided me through a lot of things. And next to him should have been one of my big men, Mr. Tanko Rashid. So I'll call the same respect to him because he's representing my boss. They've all guided me. And then one of the powerful women, Ajia Sagito, we've done a lot of works together. And then, so it's kind of difficult. Some time back, um, when I was met with unfortunate situations growing up, I am one individual who has never been able to go to third year in senior high school. Unfortunately, I could not complete senior high school. So my entrepreneurial journey started from there, where when I was kicked out of senior high school second year, I had to try to make life for myself. So I sold foods on the street of Tamale in Accra. I slept on the tracks before. I mean, shoe shine boy. I've been a shoe shine boy before. I've been a bicycle repairer apprentice before. I've sold a lot of it, even Adieye. I hope some of us we can remember Adieye. I've done a lot of things just to survive. And that was where the beginning of entrepreneurship started from because you needed to survive. So to survive, you need to convince somebody to see light in what you are doing. And once I got to second year in senior high school, unfortunately, I still remember the figure that made me unable to proceed to third year. It was 14 Ghana cedis. Yes, 14 Ghana cedis. Because of 14 Ghana cedis, I became a school dropout. Yes, so it was it was a lot of money, maybe relatively. So when I came out, I had to look for other jobs. I've started to work in provision stores before, and based on that, I've acquired quite a number of experiences. So when I got money, I was torn between going to pay my school fees and then actually writing as a private student. So first of all, established. I wanted a foundation, something that will help me after I finish writing my SSC, something that will help me grow because definitely after your SSC, you will be asked to pay school fees again. So what came to mind was for me to establish a provision store, and that was my first business actually. So it was
Which
called.
year was this?
That was somewhere 2002. Yes, somewhere 2000. So that's about 23 years. Yeah. So Marsh Mini Mart was the name. Marsh Mini Mart. So that was my first business. So I established it and then I added internet cafe to it. So it was actually booming until I wrote my SSC private exam. And God being so good, I had all the passes, even though I left school in second year, and I proceeded to the university. So the business Marsh Mini Mart collapsed because I was no longer available to manage it as I wished. So I left it in the hands of my brothers, and they didn't know the brain behind establishing it. So when I went to school, they also ensured they did justice to it and then chop a lot and then they collapsed. So that was one of my experiences and I'm always guided by that. So when I went to UDS too, I had a lot of challenges. The best meal that I could get in UDS was Gary, and
Your best meal?
That was my best meal. So that was the reason why I came out with the Gary Soakings network. So it was something that will let me reflect over where I came from. So the Gary Soaking network was a network that brought together a lot of individuals to reflect on their past, especially in the senior high school. I know I wasn't the only one. A lot of people went through a lot of tough times in the senior high school. And whilst we gathered together, we reflect by taking Gary and others. So Gary in the sense that it will let you reflect where you are coming from, and we could engage others to also encourage the younger one, mentor them, and all that. So that was the brain that gave birth to that. So as at the university, school fees was also another challenge because the business that I established collapsed. So the only way out was for me to stand in for to stand for SRC president. So the SRC president, you were exempted from paying school fees, and that was the only way. And God being so good, it was difficult for someone to beat me in mathematics. Very, very difficult. I think when I started schooling, it was difficult for someone to beat me in mathematics. So the school advertised for 8 years in one of the courses that they saw to be very, very difficult, and that was calculus. So by then I was in second year, so I applied because I wanted to survive. And when I applied, they shortlisted, and it was left with only 5 people. And among these 5 people, I was one of them. So the school said, okay, they are going to look at your records in calculus and then give appointment based on that. So when they look at the records, I think that what they saw made me the best among the top 3. So whilst in second year, I was serving as a TA, and that was where I began getting money to also sustain myself in the university, Nabrongo campus. So in second year, I was already a TA. So the teaching didn't start from now. So from there, I needed to look beyond the TA. So when an opportunity presented itself for them to they advertised for centralized as a presidency, and I gave it my shot because I was teaching and I was very friendly with people. I became very, very popular, and 4 of us actually contested, and then I had over 86% of the votes and became the centralized as a president for UDS. So that was how I managed to finish. So when I finished school, I wasn't someone who was so much interested in going into the public service. I was interested in getting something, a foundation that I can use to support people. So I came out with what we call the Change Foundation Ghana. So Change Foundation Ghana was so much fixated on child health and then blending health and information technology. That was my baseline. So eventually, Change Foundation too didn't go far at that level, but now we've resurrected it and it is doing well. So from there, I established Scrum Solutions Limited. Scrum Solutions Limited was an IT and telecommunication company. So with this Scrum Solutions Limited, one of the biggest challenges that I had was actually understanding the business environment. There's one thing about you having the technical ability and another thing from you understanding the business community. So I had a technical ability. I could develop applications. Whatever application that you needed, you just needed to consult an organization and it to be done for you. So I had a technical ability, but I didn't have the business skill in order to translate the technical ability into making a surviving business. So I was working with IPMC as a programmer and then a tutor. So I developed an application, a banking application. Discussed it with the HR by that time. The HR fell in love with it and then offered to have it to interact with the system further. So all of a sudden, 2 months later, I was there and then they called me that they needed to meet me. But I didn't know that the application that I bought, he has gone to sell it to another company. So, and what I did was that I timed that particular application to session out. That means to crash after 2 months. So he sold it and then he got the money. It was a huge money actually. So 2 months later, they came knocking on my door and all that. I said, what was the problem? And the company that he sold it to, they wanted to take him on. So the only solution he could have was to come and then open up and discuss with me on the way forward. That was when I got to realize that the application that I developed using sleepless nights was sold to some other company. So he had to open up So once he opened it, I got to realize that okay, this was what was happening. So I also demanded for the money. So when the money was handed over to me, I gave him a cut. Then I was able to fix that particular application. So it went on and on. Sometime back, if you saw SMS scholarship, applying scholarship using SMS and then you getting the scholarship and order, it was my platform. It was my idea. I developed it and it was all over Ghana. If you saw how to be able to send or receive an email through your mobile phone without even internet, irrespective of your mobile phone, being it young phone or whatever, you can receive your email, you can send email using a young phone. It was my idea and I developed it in Ghana. If you saw a voice version of Facebook, if you saw a voice version of Facebook, which as we speak, we are still trying to see how the government and then other intellectual partners can come on board. That was what I did for my masters, and I'm most proud to announce that I did my masters in India, and I was the best graduating IT student in that particular year. So what I did was that I asked myself, the social media that we are all on, the social media, what about those who cannot be able to write or to type? How can they be able to translate what they are taught onto the platform? So I decided to develop a voice version of the Facebook, where just take your phone, speak to it, and then it goes to post on your timeline. And whoever wants to use text or whatever, it was my idea, and it was something that caught viral. And then we just thank God I had to manage my way through because the Indians wanted me to stay, so I didn't want.
We needed you more. We needed you more.
So from Scrum Solutions, I came out with Hyperlink Entertainment. Hyperlink Entertainment was brought understanding the nature of Northern entertainment. I wanted a platform where we can be able to encourage our younger or our musicians to hit the limelight. So I came out with Hyperlink Entertainment. We bought the best of equipment in terms of photographs and in terms of cameras. We brought the most, international standard studio, because the equipment that we brought to Tamale was international standard, and we brought a lot of things, and that was where you could see musicians hitting the limelight internationally. So if you want to know, from 2016, you realize that the likes of Don Sigrid, the likes of Pansigadam, Makasio, and all that, they were now being recognized across the country. And this was not done by accident. Let me tell you, we had a consortium where we engaged the media across the country. There's no media house or any FM TV station that I have not visited across the country. If there's any media house that I have not visited, then it was established after 2023. Yes. All the media houses, FM stations, TV stations across the land and breadth of this country, I have been in their offices before. So from Hyperlink Entertainment, I realized that there were some kind of people who were coming to us because they were looking for some skill. So I had to now look at Hyperlink Entertainment and create another company out of it to be handling the training. And then that company is Hyperlink Institute for Professional Studies. So Hyperlink Institute for Professional Studies, our tagline is Hips Don't Lie. So the whole idea is to grow and translate it into a fully fledged university. So as we speak, we've been able to acquire some parcels of land, and the idea is to grow it into a fully fledged university that will focus its energy in engaging the public in professional work.
Okay.
So from that particular Hips Don't Lie, some were coming without the ability to pay.
Okay.
So we have to now cap another organization out of it, and that was what gave birth to Afrotech Hub. Thank you so much. We can talk.
From a man whose best meals was Gary, to being on a panel with other distinguished individuals as well right here. Please let's give it up again for Dr. Arnold Mashud. You see, they're talking about not having, right? Or not having enough. You have to be smart. His only way out at the university was to become a SRC president, and he had to make sure he got that. Thank you so much. Let's go to our NLA boss, Mr. Abdul Salam now, who will be speaking to us, and of course in connection with NLA as well. Since your appointment and in your office, since then you have done some new advancement when it comes to gambling and issues relating to lottery in this country, which are quite commending, and I commend that as well. But what role does NLA play in supporting social development and empower the youth across the country?
Well, thank you very much. Arnold Mashud started by actually telling our audience that he's flanked by giants, for which reason he found himself in a difficult situation. But I have every confidence in him, and given the opportunity, he's able to stand on every platform, and I am sure he will not disappoint. Let me start by stating that the perception, the beliefs, when it comes to issues of development and economics related to what is known as lottery or National Lottery Authority for that matter, people are quick to deal with the stigma. This is a sin. This is a crime. This is whatever. But we are a secular state for that matter. If you are on the religious platform, you have no basis of trying to say anything to justify lottery. But if you are on a governance platform, you must study and read and appreciate why states, not just Ghana, states across the world, and now even states in the Arab world, have chosen to add this particular stream of economic activity as a revenue generating stream of those countries. Globally, what happens to lottery in Ghana is not only a case for Ghana. Across the board, people complain, particularly to do with people getting addicted, especially the youth. Currently in Ghana, the biggest issue we have when it comes to stigma has to do with sports betting. You have had records and issues of where even university students have ventured into sports betting with their fees and other charges in the belief that they will make more money and pay the fees because they have had the news of one student or the other hitting the jackpot. That notwithstanding, historically, lottery states have ventured into it as a revenue generating measure for two concrete reasons. One, whether you like it or not, people will gamble anyway. Even if it is in the brothel, if it is in the bushes, if it is in the forest, they will want to bet their monies and gamble. And more often than not, these places of gambling and betting end up in what? Crime. Either somebody proves to be stronger than the rest and collects all the money, or another group comes to overpower them and then snatch all that they have as revenue. So governments have sort of created that platform to allow for people who have appetite for it to have the opportunity of playing their game. That in their laws will be the gain of the state, which resources the state now plows towards what? Development. So primarily, NLA was initially set up as DNL, Department of National Lotteries, working directly under the Ministry of Finance. And the early those who studied economics in the early 80s and 90s you would have seen that sources of government revenue, NLA was very largely part of it. So it developed to the point that government now had to make it an authority, not for the state alone to be having its lottery, but for individuals and private agencies that are interested in setting up lotteries to be regulated through this authority. Now, what do we do as a body? We have what we call the Good Causes Unit of the National Lottery Authority. The law, the act establishing the NLA requires the NLA to have an object of lottery which aims to generate revenue for the purpose of taking care of the physically challenged, the poor, and the vulnerable in society. So if you have been seeing on your television sets adverts running of some form of games that ends with this is being promoted on the NLA's Caritas platform, it simply means that whatever revenue is generated on the Caritas platform is purposed for what? Towards helping these groups of people that are also mentioned earlier on. Again, as an institution, we have our corporate social responsibility, where we have carved out areas of education, areas of sanitation, provision of water, support towards education and all that. So if you take the case of when I assumed office, the case of the outbreak of CSM in the Upper West region, the NLA had to do a donation of 100,000 Ghana cedis to support the coordinating council of the Upper West. When there was this tidal wave in the Volta region, we supported with another 100,000 to support the victims. Becoming the DG for NLA, I am not to openly mention names and other things, people that have benefited from the benevolence of the office of the NLA and from my person in terms of their help. As I sat here this morning, I just got a brother send me videos of a young toddler who was born with some deformity on the leg. And when the videos were sent to me, I was seriously touched. I had to call on Dr. Bukari of TTH, who I know, a very young specialist doctor at that, who deals with bone issues. Immediately he sent me the bill. I had to pay out of pocket. I didn't have to wait. The operation had been carried and they sent me the pictures. I was so touched and I felt like this is worth carrying on in terms of, not to blow my horn, but I'm a silent philanthropist. And those who know, I'm a very difficult person as well. You can't come scamming me and wanting me to give you money. I don't have it. What I also want to take the opportunity of this platform to say, there is nobody under the sun who can make you win lottery. All the things you see on social media or text messages you receive, some of them come with even my image. A lot of people have fallen victims to these scams. Please don't let anybody ever convince you, either through a call or any medium of communication, that they work with the NLA and they have a way of making you a millionaire out of you. What you will end up doing is to end up sending your small coins to them and lose big time. People of repute, people were respected in society, whose names I cannot risk mentioning on this platform, have fallen victims to those fraudsters, and they have come running to our offices reporting cases of having won lottery, and there's no way you will win any game and you'll be required to pay money for your win to be processed. It's not done anywhere. So let me say that I am elated that the topic for today's forum has to do primarily with the twin forces of the youth and women. We have, as a people in the north, over time relegated our women to what I will call the care provision department. What we know is that women are supposed to be back there, providing the meals, washing the clothing, taking care of the children, and all that. In recent times, we have sort of come out of that, or we are making an attempt to move out of that corner and to provide opportunities for our women. And I can say that a lot of women are daring in our society lately. Even if you take those who have ventured into entrepreneurship, taking advantage of what the North is endowed with, I dare say that I find more women in those enterprises than men. Today, the biggest challenge we have in the North, and particularly Tamale, is one of, excuse my use of the word, Abanat Kanamana, professional way of professionalizing begging. And I think that that is not something that we must encourage. We must see ourselves bringing out ideas as to what we can do. Somebody had a habit of visiting me in my home when I was in Tamale at least twice every week. Anytime he comes, he expects to live with. One day I sat him down and I said, "Oh, please do not take offense because I'm into politics, but this is an advice I'm offering you. You see that outside my house, when you come here, you have 2 cars parked there, a pickup and my car. Can you imagine me coming out and see you washing these cars? Haven't asked my wife or somebody to provide you with water. Then you will wash the cars. Automatically, you won't need to ask me for me to give you money. But if you come in with that attitude, look at how strong you are. Can you continue going around and begging people until your retirement age? So while we are struggling to find you what you can call a job, I think that cultivate the habit, not just me. There are several people in society. You go to their house, you can ask for a home. Attempt to tidy up the environment around the house. Feel proud that you are going to eat from what you can call your sweat. And through that, you can be supported in big ways to grow. None of us had it easy. Nobody among us can you say that this person was born. I, for instance, lost my daddy to a terrible motor traffic accident when I was only 6 years old. So I had to grow in the hands of my lonely mother and my grandfather here in Tishugu. I've struggled through school. At a point, I had to travel to Accra and engage in stone quarry. I did all that. I went in and out of school. But at a certain point, I just said that, well, my schooling has been technical in nature. And the path of growth, as far as the technical education is concerned, is difficult. I had to, in 2001, go register myself in private senior high school examination, wrote the exam, got an aggregate 11 on my own. I didn't go for any extra classes. That same year, I enrolled at Tamale Polytechnic to pursue HND accountancy. And that has been my story. I progressed to do an MA in strategy and consultancy management. And when I had the opportunity of working with NHI from 2009, I've traveled across. In fact, I hold the record as the most transferred staff of the National Health Insurance Authority. Under NDC from 2009, I was transferred 5 times. Under MPP, transferred 4 times. I never gave up. I kept working. Alongside, I was more than a towering figure as far as the NDC's activities towards the elections of 2020 and 2024 were concerned. My contributions have been recognized. I've been asked to head an institution, notwithstanding all the noises. I took faith. I said that, well, when it comes to religion, everybody will stand in judgment alone before your God. And the greatest principle I have learned in religion is to do a daily assessment of what good you have done and what you have done that you regret, and try to reform and keep faith with your Lord. That's what I have learned.
Certainly.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. But did you realize that Mr. Salam has made the NLA very attractive? In fact, before now, I'm not sure we all even, took the NLA quite seriously. Did you? I'm sure some of us did not even know there was something like NLA. But today, because of him, the office and the institution is so attractive that we all even know that we can benefit something from his office. Thank you so much again. But the microphone will still stay with him. The microphone will still stay with him. Let's just get to finish his part as well. The collaboration between NLA and then the local institutions. How can we bridge that gap so that people can source funding and also the limited opportunities that we have here? How can NLA and partner with local organizations to empower young people?
Thank you very much. Once we have established the good causes unit of the NLA, we actually accept proposals from institutions and individuals. Now, when you bring in a proposal, what the unit does is to do an assessment. The proposal, what impact is it going to make in any of the sectors that we support? Now, once the institution is convinced that your project has the potential of impacting on society in a way that creates opportunity for the young people, in a way that creates opportunity for the poor people, in a way that creates opportunity for people in health, people in need of water and all that, the recommendations are done. If the funding required is above the threshold of the Director General, we take it to the board of the NLA, where when we are fortunate to have approval, then we can partner to ensure that the project gets rolled on for the benefit that it promises. We provide support from small to big. If you apply to us seeking for us to support you in terms of education, we won't just come paying that fees. We have to first of all establish whether you belong in that category, because if you open up to pay school fees, then you must as well pay everybody's school fees. Everybody will come requesting that you provide that, and we do not have a bottomless pit filled with resources to be able to deal with that. So we are very, very selective in terms of the kind of support we provide in this direction.
But also, what strategies can be adapted, especially by young people, to actively participate in national development?
Well, I say that young people have the biggest of opportunity, particularly those who aspire not to just go through the walls of school and try to look in the direction of government to provide them jobs. There's every learning that one can do today with just a tablet or a phone. The opportunity exists for us to veer off from the TikToking and the rest. Even on TikTok, there's a lot of learning. There is no question, basically, that you can ask on TikTok that you will not find answers to. When you ask those questions, you see examples, you see videos of answers of what you can do. So I believe that young people must venture into entrepreneurship. They must not seek to get what you call a shorter path to success. Arnold Mashoud have just indicated to us what he had to go through. We are not saying that everybody must go through that long path, but you must demonstrate agility. You must demonstrate capacity. You must demonstrate that what you are proposing, given the needed support, you are able to generate jobs that can bring on board college students, okay, in order that you are able to impact on the economy of the North. Clearly, we have talked about our women venturing into shea butter and other things. Can you imagine young people who have also ventured into IT, partnering with these women in local industry and creating platforms to market the goods that these young women are producing? If they attract any market, you share in the success story and you can equally share in the revenue. Thankfully, our government is rolling out a program in the IT sector, which is the Coders program, aimed at training young people in coding. We also have the opportunity of young people who are not sufficiently educated to be able to take the other routes to venture into government's program of supporting animal rearing in the areas of poultry farming, which has been carved as Aguko in Kitty. If you take ideas along those paths, we all can venture into providing support, because we do know that once it expands, you are not just serving yourself as creating revenue. You are also going to get people, farm hands, to support what you are doing. At the same time, the produce will be available on the markets and the shops for people to improve on the kind of proteins they have when they need, say, for their meals and all that. So these are all opportunities that young people can venture into, and all of us will find the need to provide support to push them into higher heights along these chosen paths.
Interesting. So the opportunities are there. They just need to look where they have to look.
Exactly.
And then you grab these opportunities as well. Thank you so much. We'll come to Hajia now and take her remark as well. But of course, I understand Mrs. Stella will be leaving us pretty soon, but I'm sure you can still spare some minutes before you leave us. Thank you so much. Yes. Okay. Hajia, let me come to you now. When it comes to the challenges that women face, you know them, across the northern region, the breadth and length of this region. And so, what significant challenges are women, facing when it comes to pursuing leadership positions, and also when it comes to entrepreneurship and the business circle?
Yeah, thank you very much. First, I want to appreciate the organizers for this very important third summit that they are organizing. It speaks to our resilience, it speaks to our realities, and it will speak to our lived experiences. Before I answer the question, I want to speak directly to the young people sitting here. From the two very important statements speaking from made by Mr. Salam, Honorable Salam, and then Honorable Dr. Mashood. I don't know what is in your mind now. But I want to tell you that anytime you see any successful person in a car driving, behind that person is a story you don't know. And it is a story Dr. Mashood has told you. Until you get Dr. Mashood, you will never know that he has that story. But you just see her in a car, and all you are thinking about is how did she get the car. You see Honorable Salam. You are not interested in knowing his story. All your worry is, why should he be the director for NLA? That's just your worry. But I want to tell you that behind each of us, if you see me on the Tamale Highway, driving a white Tundra GT, I can give you the number. Know that behind me is a story you will never know until you engage me. I'm saying this because we are all northern people. And behind our stories are your stories. But if you listen to us, you will never repeat some of the mistakes we made possibly to have taken more time to reach where we reach. Listening to us is the best option you have now as a young person. Listening to us is the fastest opportunity you have never to see barriers as barriers, but transforming those barriers into opportunities that you will make meaning out and create a future that you can own. Listening to each of us and attending programs like this is the biggest ever investment as a young person you will ever make to yourself. And as I was sitting there, and then she was talking to one young man who said that he is the president for Yellow. Hey, chairman. He's the chairman for Yellow drivers. And he took the time just reading this heading, Northern Business Summit. He, as a young person, got the idea that he needs to come and sit here. He needs to make that industry better. He needs to pick that leadership role and transform that leadership into a leadership of envy. He did not take it for granted that he has opportunity in this forum. Not to talk about you who is a student, not to talk about you who has better opportunities to be better, not to talk about you who, when that boy you meet in the yellow, you can talk anyhow to, but his brain is as sharp as you in the school. So you should recognize opportunities like this and take it and work on that. Now, coming to the main question. What is the question? That I have been in the space of gender, not today. And what is good for my gender work is that I am woman biased, but I am youth focused. I am woman biased, but I am youth focused. I do this with a lot of intentionality. I do this with a lot of positive thinking behind it. And I do this with the future in mind. That is why I do that. Now, when it comes to the challenges women have faced, and for that matter, young people have faced, is the systems we came to meet. As women, I think Honorable Salam just touched it. As women, we have defined rules. The care industry has been left for us. The care economy has been left for us. But within the care economy are businesses that men tell us to come and collect those businesses. They give out the care economy to be the people washing at homes. But when it comes to washing for money, you see them go and open laundry. Clap for them. Meanwhile, this is an industry they are giving to us, but they come back and make money out of it. Instead of encouraging their wife to run that laundry, because that is our expertise. Within the food industry that they give us, is what they also come back and do fast food. So I am saying that our challenge is the system that we came to make. A system that has pushed us to a corner that if you're a woman and you really want to be that assertive, either they are telling you that you are too low. Unfortunately, if you are a person like me, they will call you a witch. But you should be like me that should not care. Witches also are useful in the system. Are we not useful?
Oh, yes.
Even witches, we are useful. So if they call you a witch and you are very positive about the level of witchcraft you have, you should be proud of it. And translate it such that the man that call you a witch will turn around and come and say that I appreciate your investment in what you do. That is one. The second thing that we have faced as women is the fact that resources we don't have. Because of where they have placed that, our ability to generate money has been very low. And in this industry of business, if you don't have capacity to generate money, you continue to be at the fringes, and that is where we find a lot of women. Investment is costly, it's expensive, it's knowledge-based. And more often than not, we lack knowledge-based. Because of the unpaid care work we do, sometimes even where women need to be, pick information, even if it is from radio, at the time the radio discussion possibly which has the key information for transformation is being delivered, you are at the kitchen. Or you are providing care service to somebody. So the systems have possibly cut us off, limiting our ability to even translate our indigenous skills into resources, into money. The third one I want to talk about is the fast-moving technology that is in the system, and women are always left out. So for us, for where we stand and what we do, we are very now intentional about even women also go with the technology. If it means using the voicemail to communicate, do it so that you are not left behind. Because technology is now the change, and we do not want to leave anybody behind, because in the Agenda 2030, which is the SDG goals, we are supposed to leave nobody behind. So whatever each person is doing, you do not have to do things and disadvantage somebody, because if you do that, you leave the person behind. So we are doing all those things and saying that no, it is not necessary. I want to talk about the low business marketing skills. You know, as women, our managerial skills, we have that natural skills to multitask, but that need to be developed. And sometimes, because of our limitations of opportunities around us, coupled with social norms that we came to meet, coupled with the fact that sometimes you don't get the kind of encouragement that you need to move. And that applies also even to youth. Young people have ideas, but they bring the idea, and instead of a friend to say, try it, they say, no, why are you wasting your time? It will not work. So we are saying that as women, we need to just go beyond that. Take opportunities as it comes. Make sure that we are also, even if we women now at this our age, we have missed the opportunity, we should invest in our girl child. We should encourage our girl child. And before I hand over the mic, we are in the 16 days of activism. And I want to emphasize that one of our challenges as women when it comes to progress is sexual and gender-based violence. Everything a woman, a very committed young girl wants to do, she is confronted face down with violence. A girl wants to go into leadership position with a boy. A boy goes to look for money. Nobody asks her to sleep with him. But the girl goes and she has to agree to sleep. If not, she will not get support. A girl is in an office doing very well and need to be encouraged. All she's faced with is intimidation, verbal abuse. So it does not even encourage the girl to aim to go to the next level. These are things that we must stop. We all know that for this economy, especially Northern Ghana, to transform, you can never and should never on your own as men, as the male gender, think that you can ever transform this Northern Ghana without the woman. It's not possible. So therefore, as a matter of agency, as a matter of smart economics, we must change the narratives by investing in a woman. If you have a woman in your house, respect the woman and encourage the woman. My last story, I have a story of a young girl who met me last week. This is a young girl that has just married. This is a very intelligent young girl. All she needs is support to move on. But what has happened to her? All of a sudden, the husband sees competition in her. She sees competition in a girl that naturally, you can be in a class and a girl will beat you from Form 1 to Form 5. The girl is better than you. There is nothing you can do about it. Naturally, that girl is intelligent. Is that not true? So imagine as a husband, you meet such a girl. You have been last throughout your throughout. You have been last in class. Is it the girl's making that you are not intelligent? Is it her making? So if by design you happen to marry such a girl, do you have to bring the girl down to your level? But that's what a lot of the men do. They marry a very progressive girl who is ready to contribute to change in the home, transform the home for everybody's benefit, and their ego, their inferiority complex will never allow them to invest in such a girl, such a wife. That's the story of that young girl. And she came to me. I don't break marriages, so you see me like that. I believe in the concept of marriage. I believe in the journey of marriage. I believe in a woman doing your part, but don't die in that marriage. I believe in everybody's potential to be helped to grow. And that is the essence of marriage. We are supposed to come together. You help me grow, I help you grow. Everywhere I go, I tell the story of my husband, not because he's an angel, but because every level of my education is my husband who bring me the form. He will give me the form. And he will ask you, I know this thing, you can do it. When I get a word to go and I say I cannot go because I don't have money, Honorable will look for money and buy plane ticket for me. He believes in me. He knows what I can do in terms of my ability to bring change to women around me. And that is the investment we are all looking for. And each of you must agree that when you have opportunity to get a woman or a girlfriend, the worst of it is these student girls, that boys have demeaned you, run you down, value you less, and you are still following them and cutting your future off, making sure that your mother's investment is useless. Your father's investment is useless. It is not necessary. Your future is you. Invest in yourself. And I can assure you, you know this time, the men in the system, these politicians, they like correct women. Oh. You know these politicians? We know them. And we know you people. They like correct because they like first ladies. You know them. They like a first lady that can take a mic like me. You understand? Stand anywhere and deliver with that shake. And they will call the person back and say, hey, Alaji Salam, I saw your wife. And your wife delivered. I am proud of your wife. And Salam will be at the back and be smiling.
Jerry, I remember during the vet in Hajia,
Yes.
some of the wives of the kids took the shine.
They took the shine. Please, young ladies, don't allow anybody to intimidate you. If you're intelligent, you're intelligent. Take it, build it, work with it, move, fly. And I can tell you, mentorship is now available. Look for mentors, invest so that the barriers are real. Northern Ghana is our reality. Northern Ghana is where we are. We have nowhere else to go. We must all contribute to transform Northern Ghana. But the barriers are barriers that we can change. All of us are within the same barriers. Our barriers were even worse than your own now. But we pulled through. We came out of it. We have succeeded. We are ready to make sure that you do not and should not and never will you ever repeat the mistakes that we ever made. As a young girl, look for a mentor, follow the mentor, get the mentor to guide you, give you a common sense of purpose, give you a common sense of direction, and I can assure you, the North we want, you will be the story that you will, the North we are all imagining, a North where everybody is happy, every woman is free, every woman can progress freely. We will get it through you, the young girls, and through the men sitting here. Support us and we will overcome the barriers. Thank you.
Certainly. Thank you so much, Hajia. Let's give the microphone now to Mr. Abdul Fattah. And of course, you also have CC one of thing to us here. GIFEC is one of the institutions that you are supposed to invest, you know. One of the institutions we can come to and get some funding, you know. But of course, how is GIFEC helping to bridge the gap, Mr. Abdul Fattah, especially for young women and for young people who want to venture into entrepreneurship?
Very well. First of all, I want to thank the organizers on behalf of my administrator, that's Mr. Rashid Tanko Computer. He was supposed to be here, but then an extremely important event is happening at our headquarters in Accra. So he reached out to me to step in his shoes. I know very well that the shoes are so large, I cannot be able to step in, but I'll try as much as possible. He believed in me, and I will not kind of like let him down. And sitting right in between my two elder brothers, King Salam, is somebody I have studied under. He always have this program he attends on Diamond FM. I do monitor a lot. Diamond FM is a station I have always monitored. And King Salam, usually he do those days with usually on Fridays or so. I remember that with Dog is somebody from afar I learn a lot from, even though personally we have met I think once or so. And Ajia is somebody I cannot actually talk with. Attended many conferences together. I was more like a participant previously, but today I'm honored to share this platform with my two elder brothers and my mom. Well, from GIFEC's point of view, we are an investment fund, and what we do is to break this gap, we have put in place certain measures that will ensure the gap that exists between the served and the unserved communities is closed. We do this by ensuring we provide the appropriate infrastructure. That is, into rural communities, when you go, we have this network poles we have been able to build in most of our rural communities. That grants rural communities access to be able to have telephone networks, to be able to make calls, to be able to access internet connectivities and access online platforms. Then equally, when you come to most of the IT areas, we have built cyber labs. There are cyber labs we have built in various senior high schools as well as our junior high schools, where we have stocked these cyber labs with computers, in some cases with projectors as well as printers, so that they can be able to learn IT. And when you come to the more tertiary levels, we have CIC centers, where we call them the community ICT centers. We have some in Tamale and most of the districts are in the northern region. These centers run programs that give most of our mothers, especially our female entrepreneurs, and then our younger sisters as well as our younger brothers, opportunity to learn IT skills. And they do this at free. We have those that we run on free basis, and we have periods that most of the CIC managers also put in place programs they run at a discounted price. So we do this by ensuring we give them the needed skills that they can be able to use to compete with other colleagues who live elsewhere in Europe and other countries. We do so by ensuring that the latest skills they require, for instance, online platforms, we train them as to how to market their businesses, as to how to learn new ideas to be able to help them in packaging their stuff. All these things, when they are able to put that into practice, I'm sure the old ways of doing things that was retarding us, if we pick up these new skills, we'll be able to repackage ourselves well and get to the level that we want to get to. And just to quickly add up, from our point of view, we have special IT programs we normally do for girls. We call it Girls in ICT. Recently, it was done in WA, where over 1,000 girls were trained in ICT.
That's under GIFEC?
Yes, under GIFEC, in partnership with Ministry of Communication. That is, which is under Honorable Sam George. Yes, so we did that. We trained. Even Northern region here, we did it previously. That was last year. It was done in the North here, where over 1,000 girls were trained, given IT skills. And right after the skills acquisition, we gave them equipment to be able to work with. We don't just train you. We train you and we give you the equipment so that laptops were given to them. You'll be able to practice with the skills you have acquired. Imam Shafi, one of the prominent Islamic scholars, indicated in one of his write-ups, he said, knowledge is not what is acquired. He said, knowledge is what is shared. So, if you have acquired knowledge, you'll be fortunate enough to benefit in one of our IT programs. We expect that as a sister, as a mother, it's best for you to also share the knowledge you have acquired onto the younger ones. Once you share it onto them, it will benefit the whole society, and all of us will be those who will benefit. So the entrepreneurial side, we've been able to equip them with skills. And currently, there's a new model we have come up with under our sustainability unit, where we are educating entrepreneurs on financial literacy. Currently, the program is being run in 3 districts in Ghana. We have one in Kushegu, currently that is called the DARE program. 3 districts were selected in the whole of Ghana to pilot that program under the Kofi Annan and the MasterCard Partnership Program, where young girls as well as mothers are picked or selected and given IT skills, financial literacy skills to be able to function well. Currently, it's running under the Kushegu CIC, where our mothers and our sisters are being trained. Quite apart from that, in the north here, within Tamale, we equally run programs. We have one at the Tamale IT Center where young girls go there to learn. And we have the Sanagu CIC where young girls, as we speak currently, most girls as well as boys are being trained at the Sanagu CIC as we speak. And it cuts across from programming to coding to entrepreneurial skills. All these skills are given to them, and we expect that once you acquire the skill, you should also share. And once you share, society is what will benefit. And if society benefits, the world becomes what? A better place for all of us. The ultimate aim of acquiring knowledge is to make the world a better place for all of us. If I acquire the knowledge, if Doc acquires the knowledge, and my elder brother here acquires the knowledge, no Aja acquires the knowledge, and doesn't share it, it will stick to her. When something happens, what happens to the rest of us? We all lose. But if she happens, or if we are all willing to share what we have acquired in our own small way, the world will become a better place for all of us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm interested in the training of the young girls in, ICT and then digital skills as well. How accessible are these trainings and platforms? Because I'm sure this is what a lot more young girls who are here will be interested in, to take advantage of that to better themselves as well. How accessible are these programs to the young girls and boys?
Yes, so these training programs are very accessible. Most of our senior high schools, I can say only a few within Tamale don't have our cyber labs. When you go to the Bopa, we have a cyber lab. Ghana School, we have one. Pagna, we have one. Tamasco, we have. Ghana School, we have. Bisco, we have. Nobisco, we have. It's only Presec and Vetin I can't talk of. But there are plans in advance to get them the labs. These programs are very accessible. We have those we run on free basis. That falls under the category of the ITU program. That's the Digital Transformation Centers program. Those ones are run freely. So when you come to the center, a link is shared to you by the CIC manager. Then you take the program on a daily basis. It's a 6-hour course. If you have time, you do it 6 hours. At the end of the program, you are given a certification. Quite apart from the DTC one, that's the Digital Transformation Centers training programs, we have the ones that we run within the various CICs, that's the Community ICT Centers. Just at the Tamale CIC, I'm sure now when you walk in, you see them training people, especially our younger sisters and brothers who have just finished senior high school, those who are done with uni and they want to acquire IT skills in addition. They are very accessible. And the program, for instance, you can have one in the morning, you can have one in the afternoon, you can have one in the evening. They are very accessible. However, sometimes some of them are free. There are other times when you want the advanced aspect, maybe the CIC manager at least may take a token from you. And that one, when they are taking the token from you, maybe you have to bear with them. The money goes to them, it doesn't come to us. But it's a token they take just in a way of helping to ensure the place is able to run effectively and efficiently and on a continuous basis. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. So you have heard it. If this is your first time hearing of such opportunities, please make sure that perhaps after this, I think some of you came with your masters as well, at least one. They can get out to him and also learn about these platforms and then also get to enroll you as part of their programs. Mr. Salah, we saw the 2025 WASI results and it doesn't look good at all. We have a conversation around that. And what is your advice, especially as we have a lot more young girls and boys here from the senior high school?
Without attempting to be political, I find everything wrong when a government prioritizes buying of past questions for students to go and learn. The next exam. Remember, under the S1 government, you had. So it was more like the objective was just for the students to pass. So there were even reports of lecturers or teachers in schools actually leading the students in what they write. Yesterday, listening to Professor Adai on a panel discussion on the subject, he said that, well, this performance could be the real one because maybe there was no enough room for people to go and teach the students what to write. As bad as it is, maybe we have to start from the basics. I have my own thinking that there's everything wrong with the system of education that we are running. It is more purpose towards passing examination than inculcating in the young ones the ability to critically think, problem solving ideas and all that. We need to shift from the concept of just training and producing a mass and hoping that somebody somewhere will employ. We must target our education. It is something that we can continue to discuss. The discussion should not be centered mainly on how many people pass, how many people fail. Elsewhere, that is not part of the discussion. Once people go for examination, they expect that everybody is going to come out and they have what they will do because the systems their way. But here, the most important thing is we are beginning to think of the past months as having attained jobs. Once you have passed, it's more like you have gotten a job. I mean, we need to rethink the way we do our things, particularly on the educational front.
And finally, what do you have for us?
Well, finally, what I will leave with my young people is that they're to stand out among the lot anytime. There's something that I learned as far back as 1989 when I was a first year medicine student at Camtech. Okay. That the senior said that among the men, there are men, and among those men, there's a man. So always try to be that man among those who come out of the men. So for the young ones, among the young people, there are younger people, not necessarily in age. You try to stand out in your beliefs and what you stand for. And try to come out of that group also as top. If you aspire to that level, if you are not able to be the number one, but indeed you form part of those who come out of the rest. Okay. So there's no giving up. Whether you are struggling, whether your parents are unable to provide for you, please focus and look ahead. Even if you go to Tamale today and you want to look at 15, 20 years ago, the people who had the bigger names in terms of the wealthy people in Tamale, they are gone. But if you look through the society, the successful people are not their children. Those who, what do you call, dishwashers, kids, those whose parents were laborers on other people's farms, they are now the people society is talking about. So this should serve as a motivation for you. Everything is on your side if you are young. You have all the opportunity. As I sit here, knowing what I know today, I wish I had these ideas when I was only 15 years. There would have been a lot that I would do, but you are fortunate. Age is on your side. Madam had admonished us, let's look for mentors, go closer to successful people, ask questions, tell them to direct and guide you as to how to lead your life. The opportunities in the future are much bigger than what you see today, and avoid shortcuts. There is no way you can become wealthy through Sakawa. There's no way you can become wealthy through those ones. Because one day, the owner will catch up with you and it will be good. So strive through the legitimate means and then stand out of the rest. There will be people out there who will want to put their shoulders to your wheel and get it moving towards success. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. As Sir leaves us, let's be on our feet as he takes his leave, and then we'll have a communications person also who will join us on the panel as well. Okay, all right, thank you so much. Okay, thank you very much. I'll come to Dr. Arnold Mashud again. And Dr. Arnold Mashud, when it comes to, the role, digitalization and innovation is fast growing, how can we as young people catch up on these fast growing, technology advancement?
All right, thank you so much. Whether you and I like it or not, we've transitioned as human beings into what we call information age. And information age is being driven by the digital era, where we leverage our daily activities and lives on digital tools, being it our productivity in terms of wherever we are working, our daily lives, even at home. At times, your wife or your husband may want to treat you so lovely, and the wife, you will see them browsing the internet to see the best of recipe that they can get to treat you, the husband, and then the family. Likewise, men also do that. So this tells us that information technology has come to stay. And our world now, the way we do our things, it's so much centered on leveraging on digital technology or digital tools in order to make our productivity and enhance our lifestyle. Now, whatever path that you have chosen for yourself, what is going to make you outstanding is for you to leverage on information technology to do whatever you are doing. Now, some of us, we are seeing Ajia for the first time. We are seeing my brother here for the first time, physically, but we might have heard of them virtually through digital tools like social media platforms. When I started Hyperlink Entertainment, one thing that I made that stood out was the fact that I built it based on the digital technology. I came out with a platform called the hyperlinkgh.com. And hyperlinkgh.com was tasked to market whatever we were doing, to ensure we publish the good works that we were doing, so that across the world people can get to know. So we were doing it in a form of leveraging on the digital tools to enhance or market our work. But something came up in 2018. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2018, the 40 under 40 awards, I was there, the call came through. After sampling the works of individuals in Ghana who were under 40 years in digital technology and social media, the work that we were doing in Tamale stood out.
Wow.
And this won me the award as the number one when it comes to social and digital technology implementation across the country. So you may start, but when you start, one step at a time, make sure what you are doing it to the best of your ability. For all you know, somebody is somewhere else looking at what you are doing and learning from you, and by the time you realize, boom, you are gone. So digital tools have come and they are now part and parcel of us. So what we need to do is to ensure, first of all, we identify the digital tools that are in line with our interest areas. There was some kind of survey research that I was doing in Nanto. When I got there, ladies and gentlemen, I met this old woman who didn't see the need to use digital tools. And then she was actually selling shea butter. So we engaged her, and then I told her that she know that she can be able to use WhatsApp to increase her sales. She was like, no, how is she going to do that? Then I asked her, okay, do you have a way that you can get a smartphone? That yes, she has a son in Accra. I said, okay, let me speak to the son. I picked the phone and I called the son and I told her, okay, I want you to do me a favor and do your mom a favor. Send her a smartphone. A week later, the guy sent the smartphone to the woman, and our team, Aptech Hub, we engaged and took the woman, an elder person over 60 years, actually. We took her through WhatsApp and how she can be able to create groups and then market her product. Surprisingly, she thought WhatsApp was just about texting, and she is not educated. I told her you can use your voice. Just speak to the voice. Speak whatever you want to do on that particular platform. And 2 weeks later, when we went, we realized that she was very, very appreciative and she has been able to increase her sales. People were now able to reach her to get her product without her even spending money to go and then look for market. So you see, let us not underestimate the impact that information technology can do to our daily activities. And this is somebody who, even yesterday I was at Manto, I passed by to say hello to her. And then she's still increasing her sales. So look, we in this digital era, we must accept that whatever we do, we have to adopt digital strategies to enhance our quality of life, to enhance our productivity, and to ensure we position Ghana to be a beacon of the digital era. Now, let me also give you one scenario. As we are here, I am telling you, I just went on social media and a lot of images and whatever are over there. Can you believe that? How is it done? Through a digital platform. People are even listening to us as we are speaking now, but they are not here physically, but they are benefiting from your presence. They are benefiting from the rich experiences of the panelists and the speakers here. How? Because of digital technology. So, ladies and gentlemen, students, look, let us not underestimate the impact of digital technology in our everyday life. When we are able to accept and then identify the right tools that are needed to transmogrify our existence as human beings, we can be able to ensure we increase productivity as a country. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Are we together? So, Hadia, I mean, we can count some of the success stories that Sweden Ghana, has accomplished, has shot when it comes to empowering women, young girls especially, on that platform as well. But in shaping the future, as we're saying it, what mindset should people hold? How can we change the narrative
as you say, the first time, it is the system we have come to meet. What sort of mindset should we have as young people going in to fight for the better future that we want for ourselves?
Thank you very much. First, our mindset should be very positive. You know the concept of positive mindset. There's a whole book that you can read on positive mindset. Everything you want to do and you are positive about it, you will get it done very well, effectively, efficient. It is your mindset. If we continue to have a mindset that we are in the north, and therefore north is north, we are 100 years behind the south. This is history. We have that in our mind, planted. It becomes difficult to erase. Let's have the mindset that this is our time. And we have opportunity to change the narratives. Let's imagine you also being positive and wanting what you want and you prepare to get it. We should have a mindset of learning, a mindset of asking questions, a mindset of self-reliance, a mindset of high level of independence, and a mindset of partnership. Partnership is important even as young as you are. There is nothing you can do alone. You know that proverb that says that if you want to go fast, do you know it? What do you do if you want to go fast? You will go alone. But do you want to go fast or you want to go far? Well, which one do you want? Fast or far? You want to go far. Now, if you want to go far, you should have the mindset of respecting the people around you and what they bring to the table. You should have a mindset of engaging positively. You should have a mindset of identifying positive energy around you. That should be your mindset. With that mindset, you will go very, very far. And you will go far and you will also even go far, but you will go fast. That's what it means. If you get the right people around you, you don't get people who every other thing you want to do, they start by discouraging you. If you have those people around you, you will never go far. You should also have a mindset of knowing that this time Northern Ghana that your mother knew is not the Northern Ghana that you know now. You have a Northern Ghana where internet is free. You can go to other places and see. When I say free, it doesn't mean that you don't pay, but it's easily accessible in terms of everywhere you get yourself. So when you have that, your mother never had that, your father never had that, your senior brother possibly never had that, your senior sister never had that, but you had it, or you have it. So that mindset of using the resources around you positively, you need to have it. Then you can go far. As a young person, what you plant is what you will definitely harvest. You cannot go planting bad behavior, creating bad relationship, and you expect that when the time comes for you to harvest, you will harvest something good. You will not. You can't plant tomatoes and be expecting to go and harvest apples because apples may have more money than tomatoes. So let's plant correct seeds. Let's build partnership. Let's build relationships, and let's keep to those relationships everywhere we want to go. Now, I want to say something here by saying that the future we want, the future we seek, we should all know that it's not very far away from us. It's here. Somebody told me when I was in Kenya for an international conference, and then one Nigerian woman said, these are our old people. They like to tell us about the future, the youth are future leaders. Then when will tomorrow ever come? You know, every day is like tomorrow. You never see tomorrow. Do you see tomorrow? So it's now. So now even the young people are telling us that we shouldn't tell them that they are the future leaders. They are today's leaders. So we should help prepare them to lead today and move into the future that we are talking about. So the future we want for Northern Ghana is here. And so a future where no woman is waiting to lead. You don't ask for permission, but you have to work for it. A future where youth become the creators and the innovators. They are here. You go to Hopin Academy, they're a group of young people bringing a lot of innovation in the IT space, and they are going international. Every week we go into their page, they're in different countries doing different things. They started possibly under neem trees where there was no reception. I know of a student who told me that for her 4 years in UDS on World Campus, she never had a laptop. She never had a is it called this phone, smartphone. But she came out as a first class student. What did she do? She understood his reality. That's a young guy. He understood his realities. His reality is that his parents didn't have it. There was nothing he could do at that time to change the reality of his parents. But he had control over what he can do for himself. So he began to make good friends with his friends who were rich. And they were ready to support him with their laptop. They were ready to give him information from their phone anytime there's information on the platform. And he was also ready to give back by teaching them. That is the way it should go. You give, I give. But if you are only a taker, you only take, you don't give, it is also as bad as the way you want it to be. You will never get a result. So let's turn our reality into positives. Our reality we may not have control, but the future we have control. We should have a future where all the intention is turned into action. And like Honorable Salam said, this time the opportunities are too many for a young person to have an idea and sleep with the idea. Move out. Like when you come to Pascal and this program they do, they have a lot of packages, they have contacts. So if you have, now that you have opportunity to be here, before you leave, you pick a number, and when any idea comes, these people run incubation program. They can incubate that your idea and translate it into positive business for you. Even people, you can be in school and be earning money. That is what we want for you as a young person. For Northern Ghana, I can say that we are not short of potential. The potentials are always there. But what we are short of is the platforms. But what is also good now for us in Northern Ghana is that people are creating the platforms. So we can no more even say that we don't have platforms. But your ability to identify the platform, a positive platform for that matter, that brings value to what you want to do. That is your responsibility. You should look for those platforms and sign on to that platform. So for now, we are happy that you agreed to even come, and this is a bigger platform as well for you. I also know that ideas are not short, but we need investment. And we have been told, GTEC said that they are doing intentional investment on IT for young people. Please, instead of while you are on vacation, all you do is sit down in your mother's room, or even when your mother is selling the market, you don't even want to go and help him because you are in secondary school. You know some people do that. Your mother is struggling and selling things and taking care of you because you are now in secondary school. You feel that you should not even go and be helping your mother. You're a big girl, a big boy. Instead of doing that, even if you don't want to go to market, go to Tamale, what's the name of that center? Your IT center. Go there, free, go and learn. Go to the library, take a book, learn something new. The library too, they have a whole project on ICT, they train also ICT there. There are a lot of NGOs that are into this. Sign on to something useful with your time. Because if you lose that time, you won't get it back. But if you use it well, you gain knowledge with it. We are also not short of ambition. Every girl sitting here has ambition. Every boy sitting here has ambition. What you need is to believe in that ambition of yours. And look for the right people to guide you, operationalize that your ambition. And when you do that, I can assure you that we go to. And this all comes to the fact that you need that positive mindset. That you will make mistake, you will fall, you should, when you fall, rise. Because you will not be the only person to fall. People are falling. All of us are falling. And we got up. And we stood again. Fell again. Got ourselves together and moved on. Because you will not be the last to fall. You will not also be first to fall. So falling is part of growth. Somebody told me that the opposite of success, something like that. That is not, that failure is part of success. When you are defining success, in your actual definition of success, you should add failure to it. Because if you don't add failure to it, you can never say you have succeeded. Failure is part of success. So when you fall as a young person, when you fail your first exams in SS2, it's not an indication that that is the end for you. People wrote 5 times, isn't it? People wrote, there are some people, you see them in big cars now, they wrote 10 times. So every day they are writing exam, but you will never know now. So you will not be the last to do that. So please, we want to encourage young people that the space is big, your time is now, take it, be in healthy competition. Don't be competing for dresses. What is the dress he's wearing? What is the color of the jeans he has gone to buy? What kind of Brazilian hair? Me, I have money to buy Brazilian hair, but I've done natural hair. That is me. Because I know where to use my money. My money can give somebody 200 CD in secondary school who doesn't have money. Then I use it to go and buy Brazilian. That's how I use my money. So I decided to leave my natural hair so that I don't go to salon. I wash my hair twice a year. No, not washing. Like I go and plait it. You go and do it. Twice a year. But I'm okay with it. My hair is nice. Everywhere I go, people say my hair is nice. And I'm comfortable with that. I'm not in competition with any other person. I buy what I can buy. Do you get it? And that is what you should have. I'm going to hand over the mic. That's my last point to secondary school children. You see this issue of in secondary school, we all come with different capacity. Let me remove my space and talk.
This is important.
We all come with different capacities, coming from different homes, different training environments. But there are a lot of us that have lost our focus because we just entered secondary school. There are a lot of young guys that go into secondary school and they get friends that mislead them. They forget what, when they were coming, the yams that their father have to sell. All the maize that the mother has to put together to sell, just because your mother wants you to be better than them. Your father wants you to be better than them. You get into the school immediately and every other thing change around you. Please, we cannot punish our parents like that. It is unfair. When you get to the school, do what you are sent to the school to do, is to learn. How do you learn? Get the other people. There are people who want to learn like you, look for them. Those who don't want to learn, leave them. You have nothing to lose if they are not your friends. But you have more to lose if they become your friends. People, there are a lot of young girls that have done abortion in school because of their friends. There are girls that follow their friends to homes that their friends have sold them out innocently without knowing. They drag their drinks and give to them, they drink. They rape them. They go back to school. Get pregnant, they cannot even remember who has impregnated them. And I am talking from facts. I know what I talk about. Axel, we are on a mentorship platform together. We mentor young girls. We hear what you go through. Please make the right friends. And also, if you are rich today in the school, remember to support another colleague who is not rich. Please, am I making sense? Because the tomorrow we are all looking for is not for you alone. We have been in school where people are giving us Gary. And today we have also helped them and even helped their children because we remembered. We remembered. Be the kind of student that somebody will remember you for doing something to change the person's life. Because me, I believe in family and friends, so you see me like that. That's why when politicians say, what is family and friends? I say, when we were in secondary school, I wanted part. You had part, you didn't give me. This one gave me part. We have all finished school. Today, I am better. And you think that when she come, I will not remember the part. Which I remember the part he gave me. I will remember. So when I help such a person, do you have to go and say someone and say it's family and friends? The time I needed it, where were you? You didn't deserve me. So please, let's be that useful to our friends. Positively. Just for the tomorrow we all don't have control over. Thank you, and may you enjoy every single idea that you develop. May you get the right person to lead you for change. May you hold that idea, incubate that idea, get mentorship, and translate that into the powerhouse that you want to. And to all the young girls, aim to be leaders. Aim to lead wherever you find yourself. And when we give you that power, let people benefit from that power. Don't abuse the power because you are leading anybody. It is unnecessary, it is uncalled for, it is unwanted, and what it does to us as women in leadership is that we become the people that they will be referring to and say that when we elected her, what did she do? Is that what we want? No. Lead well and be the great leaders, the great entrepreneurs, the great business people. And we'll all see the Ghana we want, especially the northern Ghana we want. And our children will be better than us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Hajia. We'll take the microphone to Dr. Arnold Mashud now. Give her, Mr. Fatah, I'll be coming to you again. You tell us about some investment for startups as well. But Dr. Arnold Mashud, when it comes to startup, you have some, very much expertise in that as well. When I was interacting with them unofficially before the beginning of the program, a few did mention that they wanted, some information on, how to even start up a business. Some have ideas, they don't even know how to start. Others want to be, but they don't even have ideas. How can a startup begin successfully?
All right, thank you so much. Before I proceed, I think that I must recognize my big man, Mr. Abdallah is here.
Oh, yes.
And then also King is Hassan Dabli. I think there is one individual who has been able to stand the test of time, but still holding forth when it comes to the concept of blogging in Northern Ghana. So I must appreciate your effort, Isas and Dable. And I must also appreciate the effort that Mr. Abdallah is doing, at least leveraging on digital platforms to ensure whatever happens at the station, people across the world are able to do that. So anytime I'm out of Tamale, I always go to their social media handle, and then they are doing that professionally. With your question, I must say that as we speak, I was just trying to understand how we can be able to coin something from the term northern. So where I sit, I think the solution is northern. Northern in the sense that whatever business idea that you conceive today, you must act now. So the end means now. So you acting now. What are you acting on? You are acting on available opportunities. You don't just go. So the O in the northern is opportunities. So you don't say you are starting a business without actually identifying an opportunity. So what is the opportunity that is available for you? And that particular opportunity will bring you to the letter R. R means that the opportunity must be relevant. So you just don't say there is an opportunity here, there's an opportunity for you to sell drugs. That opportunity is irrelevant to the society. So that is one thing that you must also be able to tell, that the opportunity that you have been able to identify must be relevant to the people. It must be something that relates to the society growth. Now, while you are able to establish its relevancy, you need to put timelines. So the T in northern is timelines. Now, with this particular timeline, don't say you want to do A, B, C, D. At what point do you want to do the A? At what point do you want to do B? At what point do you want to do C in that particular order? So you realize that putting timelines to your supposed deliverables will shaping the way you will behave. It will tell you that when it is getting late, there's something for you to be able to work on. So you just don't get up and go and stay somewhere late in the hour once you know there are some kind of deliverables that you need to be able to achieve. Now, having the timelines, what is next is for you to imbibe yourself. So you must be hearty about what you are going to do. You must be somebody who can step in at any point in time. And once you are happy about something, it's in your heart, right? If something is in your heart, what will you do? You want to lose it? You wouldn't want to lose it. So the business that you want to establish, it must stay in your heart. And while it is in your heart, you do everything possible to ensure it is successful. And once that it is successful, that will bring us to the which letter is that? R. E. Oh, okay. Okay. So the E should be entitlement. What are we going to be entitled? What are we going to be measured with? You understand? So you should take responsibility for its growth. You should take responsibility for its failure. When you come to my office at Afrotech Hub, I have it written. Failure is a success. That's how I see failure. When you see somebody has attempted to do something and that person is not successful, it doesn't mean that the person has failed. When you see the failure as a success, you begin to look at the failure and understand why it did not work as expected. So the next time, you now have an opportunity to discard that particular approach because you've used it and it didn't work for you. So it will now be, you will now understand at least certain things that you did that didn't work for you. You now concentrate on what you could have done better. Are we together? Now, the second R means relatable. Relatable in the sense that whatever you are doing, you are choosing as your business, you should be able to imbibe yourself and relate to it. Let me give you a classical example. Hyperlink Entertainment, we had one of the best recording studios in Tamale. I wasn't a sound engineer, so I was leveraging on the skills of someone else. So it means that I don't have absolute control. When the person says I'm not going to work, it means it's going to fail, and it will fail not because I don't have interest. It will fail because I built something that I don't have the technical expertise to connect with. And I can tell you, some of the operations of Hyperlink, we have to stop them because I don't have time to go learn to implement them. I've been a photographer, I've learned photography, and it's part of the things that I do, and we still implement them. So some of the things that you want to do, you should be able to connect, you should be able to relate to it. And the N, I guess someone will relate, someone will give me an N. What comes to your mind?
Anyone?
Anyone?
What can we connect to the N with? Come again?
To connect the N.
Network.
Oh, exactly. So let's clap for that.
I had a network, yes.
Yes. So you realize that all what we have said, you acting now, you having the opportunity, you enjoying the relevancy, right? You all these ones, there's one key ingredient that you must understand, and understanding is your power to sustain your business, your power to grow your business, your power to ensure that whatever you set for yourself is being achieved, and that is what networking. They said that your network is your net worth. I didn't hear you repeat after me. Your network is your network. Can we do that together?
Your network is your network.
So your network, who is going to look at you and say, this is a powerful person. The person is powerful not because the person can talk, not because the person has money, but the person is powerful because those who surround, those that he or she is connected to are powerful. So your network is certainly your network. So thank you very much. In my opinion, this is what I think will be the solution for any individual who aspire to do business. So Northern is the answer. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much. Lastly, would I have Gifekos to come in? Mr. Abdel Fattah also tell us. what support they can also give to startup businesses here in the Northern region?
Yes, in relation to startups in Northern region, what we can do for them is we are readily available, and all our ICT centers are readily available to equip them with the needed knowledge and skills that they require to be able to initiate the ideas or develop the ideas, then set up and mature the idea into the fruit that they want it to be. So I am here on behalf of the CEO to assure everybody that our ICT centers are open, they are available, they operate from Monday to Fridays and Saturdays sometimes, and you can always walk in. Once you have your idea and you want us to help you develop it, that people will be readily available to support you up. And then one thing we need to understand about business is it's not just conceiving the idea. It goes beyond conceiving the idea. It's about thinking about sustainability. Sustainability is very important.
Right.
Everybody builds. If you check around Tamale, every 2 minutes you walk, you find a provision shop. The next place you find a provision shop. People don't really they don't really think through. Everybody wants to own a provision shop. Now you build a provision shop within the same area. You have about 4 provision shops. If a customer comes to buy from this, then who buys from her? Nobody. You are sitting there, they are buying from one person, or they are buying from her and not buying from you. Now when you want to run a successful business, you should think about the location. Location is very key. Where you are, look around you. Who are your target clients? Which people are you targeting? First of all, you need to carve this. If you are able to carve a niche for yourself, then you can then think about what you want to offer. What type of service do you want to offer? A typical example is, you know that Tamale predominantly is a Muslim community. Now, you want to run a business. Then you start something like a pork business. Now, it's a business, all right. You want to run a business. Pork business is something that people do and they make money. But then the issue is the population within Tamale. How many of them are Christians, or how many of them are available to patronize what you are going to offer? So when you want to run a business, the first thing you should be looking at is your clients. Who are your target clients? Then once you are able to identify this, then you need to equally look at the location. Once you have the location, then the next thing you think about is financing. So there are times you have the idea, but you don't have the resources to be able to implement it. That is where your network comes in. I'll tie into Dr. Mashu's idea. Once you have a good network around you, you realize that a friend will have the resources, but he doesn't have the idea. Once you are able to build an enhanced partnership, now everybody is saying partnership, partnership, partnership. It's not just partnership. Enhanced partnership. It should be partnership that your partner should be able to trust you and give you resources to be able to run something on his behalf. Now, if you build partnerships that your partner cannot look at you in the face and give you a CD to run or to hold on his behalf, that is not partnership. It should be partnership that is built, that is enhanced, that even when I'm sleeping and you come to my house and tell me, oh, I need 10,000, I should be able to wake up and say, oh, I have it, I'm willing to give it to you to do whatever you want to do. But then partnership that we don't trust ourselves, that is not partnership. So let's all ascribe and work towards enhanced partnership. Let's build enhanced partnership. Okay. And once we build enhanced partnership, let's work around sustainability. When you have the idea, don't just think about today, think about tomorrow. That is why from our point of view, we have built or we have established a sustainability unit at the headquarters, that is different headquarters, where most of our programs that we do in our various communities, we have been able to put up a sustainability unit where their sole aim is to ensure that the programs we come out with, they run forever. They don't just run today, tomorrow, and then they cease to exist. No, sustainability is very important. And a few of us who have an idea about project management and MAE, now you realize that most of the professionals will tell you that projects are not just what you see today. Projects are what you see tomorrow. So if you are building a project, or if you are running or implementing a project, you don't just look at it today, what it will be today. You should look beyond what you see. Now, there's this famous chief in South Africa, they call him Mufasa. Mufasa always tell you, look beyond what you see. So if you look beyond what you see, you realize that you exist today, you exist tomorrow, and you exist forever. So let's create our businesses, and let's always look beyond what we see, and make sure that our businesses survive today, they survive tomorrow, and they continue to survive till eternity. Thank you.
Right, thank you so much. You say that, and I remember one of I seem to have heard this somewhere. He says, if you are struggling to get something to buy or a service, and you struggle, you are not getting it, That is a business idea for you. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's get to the audience. Let's get to have your questions. If there are any, please just raise your hand. Samuel or Taya, at this point, you have to help me in the crowd. Okay, so
My name is Abdullah Salman. I'm a student from Tamil Technical University. And I want to ask in the context of business and innovations. Trust me, if you ask a good number of us here, we will give you a very beautiful business ideas and innovations. But most of the times, I think the main problem are just the implementation, the sustainability, and sometimes we also have the fear of rejection in us. So I just want to ask, like, how can we overcome these challenges, and what are the agencies we can reach out to so that we can submit our business ideas, like the proposals, to so that they will help us in manifesting these ideas. Thank you so much.
okay, all right. I hope we are taking note of the questions and the other hand was at the back. You let's go to the back and they'll come.
My name is Maxwell Atebia, UDS Central SRC PRO. I actually want to commend the leaders outside there, our role models, our mentors, that sometimes we organize programs like this to network, to socialize, and also to learn, unlearn, and relearn. But in a case where you see somebody to be your mentor, to be your role model, you try taking the person's contact to engage the person further, and at the end of the day, you text the person will not respond to you. You call the person, he won't even respond to your calls. So in this case, what are we going to do? We being the youth and we're supposed to be guided. What do you supposed to do? Thank you.
All right, we say third hand here.
Thank you so much. I am in the person of Sayyidina Ali Khan Abelingo, a student of UDS, and I am the president for the Business Student Association. My first question goes to Dr. Mashud.
Hey, how many questions do you have?
Just two. So when he was presenting, talking about his experiences, how he got to get money to establish a business in order to take care of his school expenses and other things. He made mention of establishing a business that is a provision shop, but then he handed it over once he entered the university, and at the end it collapsed. What I identified over there was that he was not able to automate it well, which is a problem that majority of us also face a challenge. You establish something, leave it with someone. By the time you return, they've done justice to it, as he mentioned. How do we automate our businesses that it wouldn't need our presence? It will still make us the profit whilst we are far away. And then the second question goes to the representative from DFEC. It's actually not a question, but a recommendation as well. Most of we, the university students, especially students in UDS, our academic calendar is in such a way that you do want to partake in other skill training whilst you are still in school, but you don't get the chance because the academic calendar does not allow you. In the first year, you will have to spend about a month or two at the TTFPP. Second year, you have to spend a month or two at the TTFPP. In your third year, you have to spend 2 months for your attachment, which means the holidays that you could use to also go for this skill training and other things,
you have spent it as part of your academic journey. I recommend that there should be skill training programs also for us on campus. We can also learn something to aid ourselves. We know that the economy actually does not really favor only the office work, but then those who also have skills have their way out. And we think getting a skill whilst you are on campus, you can survive on it whilst you now pursue for whatever that you want. So I plead with our people who have the upper hand to help us whilst we are on campus to also learn something before we get out of the campus. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you said that the mentorship question is very important because we normally would emphasize that get mentors. Because this modern time, the distractions are too many. That if you don't get somebody to direct you, you can easily go astray. So asking the question means that you are very particular about mentorship. But your question is, why is it that you are telling us, you are texting us and we are not minding it? I will not mind you if you hire me. You know that if you say hi, how can you just hire me and you think that I will mind? You should say, oh, good afternoon, Ajia. I met you at the Ghana Business Forum and I took your number. My name is this and this. Do you get it? You should be able to pitch me. Even if it is all like pitch me for me to be interested in calling you back. But you cannot say hi and you expect me to hire you. Me, I don't have time for hi. Now I'm just telling anybody who want to take my number and hire me, I will not hire you back. But when you hire me, don't even hire me, greet me. Greet me. Introduce yourself well. Can I meet you? I want to talk to you, but that day, possibly because of the program, I couldn't talk to you. So how can I reach out to you? I will communicate with you. So please, I'm just saying this for us to know that sometimes we pick the numbers and we just think that hiring the person is enough for the person to look for you. When I can't go for every program, before I leave the program, I will not get less than 20 people taking my numbers. So if I'm going to take my time and be hiring people back, every 1 minute, that's already 20 minutes of hiring. Hire for what? Nothing out of the hire will come up. But I'll get the 3 people who will hire me, greet me, go further to tell me where they met me, and what I said that interested them, and how it connects with what they want to do. So that will attract me. It's like you are pitching. It's like you are pitching to a big woman. So I'm a big woman. That's why you should not take it for granted. I am a big woman. So pitch me. If you pitch to me, I will be interested in communicating back to you. So young people, let us not think that the word high. Sometimes they even use those their shortcuts. Me, I don't understand them. So if you go and use YS or something like that, what does that mean? I may not know. So when you take somebody's number and you want the person to mentor you, you want the person to coach you, you want to be interested in what the person does, please spend extra minutes of your time to give the person more information about you. Connect your interest with the person's interest. That will get the person interested in you. Please, am I making sense? Hi is not worth helping anybody. Because me, I don't know how to hide. So even me, I don't hide people. I greet people. I use the word good morning. I type, how are you? No, I don't do GM. I type, good morning. My dear, thank you for reaching out. How are you doing? I type. I don't use shortcuts. So why will you use shortcut for me and you expect me to understand and follow up because I said mentorship is important? No, seek the mentorship, demand it well, and you will get it. You don't demand it well, you won't get it from me. I have too many of them, and I don't spend my time on people who don't appreciate what they want. It's like I give you free thing. My time is money. So if I'm giving it back to you because I trust you, I believe you, I think you will use it well. Let me see that in your writing. If I don't see it, don't expect it. No, you can go and complain to even 1,000 people. Me, I don't care. You see me, I'm hard. Your complaint will not shake me, especially if you don't do the right. It's not going to say because you are complaining, I should lower my standard to meet you. Me, I don't lower standard. So don't also lower standard. Keep standards well, and you will get mentors. You will get them to invest in you. Thank you very much.
All right. So are we tackling the first question as well?
Yes, very briefly. I think that Ajia has done justice to it, except that I want to add some few comments. Now, if you you realize that after today, this particular activity will be fresh in our minds as those sitting in front of you. It will be fresh. So I want to let you understand that we have what we call the 24-hour rule. Whoever you've taken the contact, right, within 24 hours, you should be able to catch the attention of the person, connecting the person to the activity where you got the contact from. After tomorrow, she might be in a different activity. Likewise me, likewise him. So if you allow time to pass, it will be difficult for you to get connection with these people. So I want to advise and introduce to you the 24-hour rule. The 24-hour rule simply says that whoever you want to connect with, when you get the contact of that person, ensure you establish the connection within 24 hours of the activity or the platform that you got the contact from. Are we together on this? So with this, you can connect very well with the individual. And honestly, some of us, we do make mistakes. I will just say that it's part of our growth. Communication is a big challenge. How can we be able to communicate properly or professionally to people that we want to connect with? That is a bigger challenge. So I want to advise that we look at how we approach people. Some of us, we don't know how we approach. I have countless number of times that I can tell you, people will just send you a message that are not even relating to their group. You can be there, even today, somebody will pick your contact, and then by the time you realize the person is sharing you something that you are not connected with. And please, let's be very frank and let's learn. When it's not all the time that you have to connect with someone because that person is sitting on the high table. No. You connect with people by first identifying your interest areas and connecting your interest area to those people. Please, it's not all the time that you've seen us. We all have our interest areas. And we have our expertise. Connect with me. If your interest has to do with what? Media, entertainment, information technology, cyber security, entrepreneurship, youth development, women empowerment. That is me. But if you connect with me, if you pick my contact and then you go and talk about unrelated activity, I'm not the right person because I will not be able to assist you. Now, somebody from UDS, I think the president mentioned that they want us to bring some of these activities to them on campus. It's a brilliant idea. But the fact of the matter is this. I have been a student leader. And being a student leader, at times we have misplaced priorities. What you are asking us to do, you could also initiate it. Let me ask you this. Usually on the second trimester, or some of the university second semester, you do have a lot of activities. SRC week celebration, even departmental week celebration and all that. And there's a huge amount of money that is allocated for that. Among your activities, how much has been allocated to the activity that you are asking us to come and do? You see, so you realize that your interest is geared towards entertaining people. And if you look at the budget that are allocated at the various departmental associations and then SRC, it will marvel you. But to allocate something for such organization, such something of this nature, that you can bring resource people to come and impart knowledge, to come and engage them, guide students. Usually we don't get that from you, but that's not to say that we will overrule that. You can partner with outfits like Afrotech Hub. We have been doing that, and we will be willing to come in and support you as well. So that is my take on that. And there is another one. Just a second. How to automate your business? Yes, like I mentioned, at the early stages, there were a lot of interest, but I didn't actually understand the business environment. As we speak here, my business is running, right? I have quite a number of businesses that are running without my presence. I always ensure I put the right systems in place, train the right people to ensure they take over the business and run the business. And I will only monitor. As we speak, I monitor what is happening in the office. So there's a way that you can be able to do that by first of all, ensuring that you put the right systems in place, getting the right personnel, ensure you equip them with the right knowledge and skill needed to do the work without your presence. So I think that this is what, unless there's something that I've left out.
So, in relation to my brother who spoke about effect extending our services to your campuses, yes, actually, we are currently partnering with most of the universities. UDS is not left out. The girls in ICT we did in WA, it was done on your campus in WA. So the Tamale one, I'm sure maybe when there's a major activity, we'll extend it to you. But then for the meantime, what happened is we have a CIC at your school. We were coming to revamp it and stock it with computers. When we came there, we realized there were lab equipment they kept there. And we couldn't tell them to get it off. So the best option is we have to move the machines elsewhere. So what we'll do is be patient with us. We are still talking with our colleagues at the more like the estate department. We'll see how best we can meet each other halfway and see how best at least some of these units can be open at your end so that you can also benefit. But then nonetheless, even if you don't have that at your end, we will still reach out to you. Should we have a program and a need be that we invite or call upon you to participate, we will gladly do that. And then to my brother at the back, you said usually when you call people, they don't attend to you. For me personally, there's no missed call I will see on my phone and I will not reply. However late it is, I will call because I know the people I'm dealing with. I work with a lot of people. So at all times, I expect call at any time. When you call, I make sure I return. If I don't return immediately, once I'm available, I will return it. And sometimes you bear with us. Some of us don't sit at the office. You come, once you log in, you are headed to field because we have a lot of staff we have deployed to the field. We have to make sure that they work. So if when you call me, maybe probably I'm attending to something very urgent. At that moment, I may not be able to talk to you or attend to you. By all means, when I am a bit okay, I will attend to you. But when we are moving back home, at least I'm not doing anything. Once we are in the vehicle, you can be able to reply. And there's one thing about life. First impression is very important. So now if you want to reach out to somebody, the impression you create first is very important. For instance, you want to reach out to somebody. For me, I don't have a problem. Whichever way you reach out to me, I'll make sure I'll respond to you. And then I'll make sure I'll make time to hear you out. What I can do to help, I will do it. What I cannot do, I will recommend what is best for you to do to get the needed help you require. For that, I am good at that. But then one thing you need to do is individual differences. You are dealing with various individuals with different approaches. So you have to know the person you want to approach. First of all, you need to understand the person. Who is the person? Once you know the person, you can then know the approach you'll be able to use to reach out to the person and get the person's needed attention. Thank you.
Sorry, I want to add him a bit. I think that he mentioned UDS, and fortunately, I am a member of the governing council of UDS. Those computers that you wanted to bring them, I want to organize a meeting between you, myself, and then the vice chancellor. We still need those computers there. So let's do that tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
My name is Sharif Mohammed Mubarak, a student of Tamil Technical University. So fortunately, Dr. Arnold is my lecturer at school. So this question is like directed to him. I could have taxed it maybe in the classroom, but it will benefit all of us. So about 24 hours ago, an interview was aired on the Hype TV YouTube channel, and a guest, he's a musician from Burkina Faso. His name is Denla Doro, and he spoke about AI. And according to him, he believes AI has come to, like wipe the real identity of human beings. He believes AI is killing, like the intelligence of people, or like a lot of people. He believes AI is making people like lazy. People don't, rely on their necessary maybe intelligence to now put out their outputs out there. So I just want to find out from you: is he right by saying that AI, like has come to wipe our future, or it has come to wipe out the human identity? Like currently, or
Okay.
maybe AI has, like another improvements to make in our
Okay.
daily living.
All right. At this point, I'll deal with the hands I have seen.
Please, I'm in the person of Alasan Sadia from Tamale Girls Senior High. I want to ask, how can a student combine business and academic work?
I'm a person of Sumani Ibrahim Napuru, Business Students Association President of Tamale Senior High School. My question is that I think majority of us sitting here have ambitions to become successfully business people one day. Except academic achievement or academic excellence, what are some procedures that we can also follow so that we can be able to generate our capital to start a business? Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Hassan Hidayat Chimba from Tamale Senior High School. So, as an SHS student, we do have plans to become businessmen and women in the near future. Sometimes, to our parents are our barriers. So, what are the measures to take in place to advise our parents, to telling them that being a business person or a business person has a long way in going a better future, combining it with our education. So thank you.
Alright, my name is Jacob Yanuma. I'm from UDS, the Treasurer for Business Association. My question, we young, vibrant youth and the student as well, business ideas, but we don't have access to funds. So, is there any fund that our big men out there connect?
Okay. Haja, so we'll start with you with the combining business and then school and also parents.
Yeah, that's true. So, I like the question, the line of questioning. That even if you are in school, there are people who have been in school, they started their ideas from school, they tried it, they succeeded. It should be based on your time management ability. How do you manage your time? You should also know yourself very well. In the space of self and career advancement, you should know who you are. You should be self-aware of yourself. That for me, I can do multitask, I can still learn and I will pass. There are some people, they have to do one thing, finish it before they move to the other. So you look at yourself, which of them can you do? If you know that you have 3 years to finish school, but you have also business ideas in your head, you can be developing the idea while concentrating, especially if you don't know how to combine. So that you don't lose out in all. If not, you will lose here, you will lose here. So your time management ability is important. It's very possible to do that anyway. Because people have done that, but you need to know yourself. You need, your emotional intelligence level should be very, very high to be able to combine that. And that's something that possibly you can do. Now, when it comes to parenting and what we want to do, a lot of us have always faced that challenge of, I want to do A, your parents is looking within the environment and say, do B. And I will not be surprised that she would like to do business and the parents may say, go and be a nurse. Go and be a nurse or go and be a teacher. For them, as far as nursing and teacher are concerned, any other thing you may have to do a lot of convincing to them. So some people, how they go around it is, a lot of us, our parents are already selling to take care of us. How are you contributing to that selling they are doing, which they think that you have the skills to expand on it? And then you use that one to justify why you think that going through the business can make them better than the way they even are. So you need a combination of skills to convince parents. You need to understand where your parents are also coming from. Do they have evidence of somebody succeeding in business or somebody not succeeding in business? What is the preparation to the person's education? When you're able to go around this thing, it's not easy for anybody, especially as another young girl, where our parents have some particular profession, especially if you are in school, that you must do. It becomes very difficult, but it's also possible to go around it. And sometimes you need people to guide you to also go and speak to them and get examples. You too should get examples to let your parents know that this is my friend, he started this your friend daughter did this, and we have the same ambition and she succeeded. You need to have examples to testify. But if you don't have it, you may have a tough time. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So Dr. Anamashi will do the AI and the implementation as well, right? Yes.
Yeah, all right. Thank you so much. Let me pick it up from the gentleman who asked a very brilliant question. I have one policy or one approach, any initiative that I'm going to start. There's one question that I always ask my team, and the question is this: will we be able to still implement that project if there's no support? So you realize that in terms of sustainability, any project or any business that you want to engage in, first of all, be very, very certain that in case you do not get external support, how can you be able to implement it? The major problem as young people, the major problem that we do make, or mistake that we do make, is trying to start from zero and graduate to 100. That's the biggest problem. And failing to measure our progress. You want to get to this point. You want to increase your capital from 1 Ghana cedis to 100,000 Ghana cedis. This cannot be done within a twinkle of an eye. No. But it is possible, even though it is impossible for you to achieve from 1 Ghana cedis to 100,000 Ghana cedis from your first phase of doing business. It will look highly impossible. But ladies and gentlemen, it is very possible for you to achieve from growing your capital from 1 Ghana cedis to 2 cedis. Also possible from growing your capital from 2 cedis to 3 cedis, 3 cedis to 4 cedis. And you gradually grow your capital to a point where it will be 99 cedis. Right? From 99 cedis you cross to hundreds. And from hundreds you can get to 99,000 Ghana cedis. And from 99,000, the question is, will you be able to move from 99,000 Ghana cedis to 100,000 Ghana cedis? It will be what? Yes. So let us be very patient when we are building a business. If you have 100 Ghana cedis, don't try to grow the 100 Ghana cedis from 100 Ghana cedis to get a profit of 500 Ghana cedis. But at least from 100 Ghana cedis, you can get 110 or 120. Plow back that particular profit. One mistake that we make is we making a mistake of taking the profit that comes to us as business as our pocket money. No, profit is not meant for you to be spent. So you realize that most of the mistake that we make is seeing profit as spendable amount. So instead of you seeing profit as making it, adding it to your capital, employing it back to your business, you take your capital and then you feed on the profit. And with that, your growth will be stagnated. So anything that you want to do, ask yourself, from this point, I want to get to this point. Set realistic targets for yourself. Very, very realistic. When you set realistic target for yourself, you can be able to measure your progress. At least, if you started with 100 Ghana cedis and you move to 150, you can measure your progress. From 150 to 200, you can measure your progress. From 200 to 250, a time will come that you'll be speaking about millions.
Okay.
So let's do that. The AI matter. It is indeed true. AI, where I sit, AI is not coming to eliminate the impact of the human being, where I sit as a technocrat. But AI has come to enhance the quality of work. or the quality of life. Why? Because the only problem that we need to do is just like somebody on social media being scammed, and then they will blame it on their social media handle, or somebody on MTN Momo or Telecel being scammed, and then they will blame the telco. The platform itself is good, but there are individuals who might misapply these particular platforms. Whether we like it or not, people will do that. Well, what we need currently is not to do away with artificial intelligence, but to be able to channel artificial intelligence to our advantage, and also be able to come out with a regulations that regulate the usage of what? Artificial intelligence. If we fail to do this as a people, we'll get to a point where I will describe that knowledge will become stagnated. Because the artificial intelligence that we are talking about is knowledge based. Knowledge that you and I know. They will put it together. When they ask you this question, do respond to this. These are what has been put together. So if you are going to only limit our thinking or our ability to do things based on the knowledge that is already existing, it means that we cannot grow beyond our knowledge. So what we need to do is to ensure we call on government agencies, right, to regulate the usage of what? Artificial intelligence. The universities have started doing that. We are aware people use ChatGPT and other AI tools to write their thesis. Yeah. We are also following them boot for boot. So with that, let's do away with them. We just need a regulation that can be able to guide how we use AI. But AI is a very good tool that will enhance the quality of work and then increase productivity. Thank you.
I remember one of the graduates that have been churned out from the various universities. You see the search that they always wear. Then one was boldly written that thank you, Chat GPT. And I'm like, hey, so it means Chat GPT has really been but has really been so great to him, supporting him when it comes to his academics as well. Gifek, he also asks questions about institutions that are supporting with funds and all of that. And I think there are some other questions you took note of and you want to answer.
Wow. So from our end, we don't support financially. No. It's the IT, we provide the infrastructure, IT infrastructure, we do capacity building, and we make sure we give you the needed skills to be able to operate as a business. However, there are sister institutions around, both that are government, we have the government ones and the non-government ones. So that once you have the right ideas and you want to implement them, you go to them, reach out to them, sit with them, joy with them. I'm sure if they see the need to support you, they will support you. Individuals are there to do that. We have microfinances and banks and those stuff that are available. They'll be willing to support you once they see your ideas to be credible. Why I want to come in briefly is the rejection issue. You spoke about business rejection. Usually businesses, when you actually undertake a good business research before starting, there is no way somebody will reject it. The rejection rate will be very low. So usually what we do is we encourage people who have interest in going into businesses to take their time and do business research. If you cannot do it, there are individuals around that are very good at that. Link up with them, tell them what you want to do. They will do the research for you. Once they do the research, you will get to know whether actually the business is something that will be profitable, will be sustainable, or will be something that will survive in the environment you want to operate. If it's not possible, they will tell you. If it's possible, they will tell you. That is why you see that most of the business people we have around, if a few of them, they are doing so well, they will never tell that they do business research. They have individuals that do business research for them. They go around, do this research, engage you. They will come and sit with you and be talking with you, but you don't know they are doing research with you. They will engage you, get your responses, go sit, analyze it, and then give him feedback. Then he is able to rely on that to invest. So if you don't do this and you just have money, then one day you get up because you have money, or capital, you want to start, you go and start all right. You realize that 2-3 months, the business is gone. Or you render a service, you realize that we have it in Tamale here. Somebody is selling kinky here. Somebody is selling kinky here. Go around the commercial bank sometime. You have about 4 or 5 people selling kinky. Why would somebody reject your kinky and buy this person's kinky? It's about the quality. So you make sure that whatever you want to render quality service. If you render quality service wherever you are, even if your food joint is at Agna and people are aware that you sell quality food, they will come there and buy the food. We have an area just around Sanago. One woman sell wasa there or something. They call it black jollof or something. So there was one time I was just there, and a colleague of my own lecturers at UDS, he came there, he drove from UDS to come and buy wasa around the Tamasco gate. So I was like, they sell wasa, you bypass a lot of us. Why would you come? He said, no, there is quality, there is quality. So he's following what quality is. So if you render quality services, there is no way they will reject your business, my brother. So render quality service, make sure you start with a good business research or survey. Once you're able to do some of these things, I'm sure you'll come out successful. I pray the idea you have, you're able to implement it. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Haja. You want to add a bit to it?
I want to add that last week I was in a forum with Dr. Lesmo and the MIDA CEO, and then we're discussing these issues of re-engineering financing for sustainability. And then he made a statement that look, in the system, money goes to where there is impact. When people have money, and when they know that the idea you have will bring impact, will bring sustainability, they will look for you, they will go there. When you bring it, they will fund it. So let your idea have that impact that you can justify, and you can always get the results. But there's also what we call the venture capital funding. Sometimes I think the limitation sometimes we in the North have is that we don't want, when we bring an idea, you don't want anybody else to say, I am partnering you to invest so that we share profit. People want to own things for themselves. If you have a business that can reach 10 people because you have 1,000 Ghana cedis, meanwhile, you talk to me and I think that this business can reach 1,000 people at a time. So let me put in money as an investor. Meanwhile, you get benefits, but you deny it. In that day, you'll be losing. So you go around complaining that you have an idea, you are not getting capital. It's because you don't want to share. You want to own everything yourself. No, it doesn't work like that. You should learn that there are venture capitals in the system. There are angel investors. They invest in ideas. There are people who do social enterprises. If your business has social impact, it has financial sustainability, it has environmental issues, you will always get somebody to be interested in it. So we need to open up the idea that you are developing and make sure that your canvas in terms of what value proposition you are bringing to the table, what will be your revenue stream, everything is well spelled out, and your cost implication is spelled out clearly. You will always get somebody who will be interested. So let's go beyond just having the idea and expect that because I've told to Dr. Ahmed Nashoud that I have this idea, he will invest. You have not convinced him enough. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much. Please, let's do better for our speakers here. Unfortunately, this is all time will allow us for the questions. I know you might have some more questions as well, but the few more minutes they will spend with us before finally leaving, you can see them and then pitch your questions to them as well. Thank you so much, Haja Lima, Sajito Said, also Dr. Arnold Mashoud, and Mr. Abdul Fattah, Northern Regional Manager for GIFEC. So thank you so much. I think I'll discharge you now. And you can also join the rest of the audience. At least let's do better for them as they join us again. At this point, okay, we're on our feet already. That's a very good sign. Samuel, I feel like testing the waters. Should we ask people what they've learned? Should we ask people what they've learned? I always like to test if they actually were listening. But of course, the question did indicate that yes, they have listened and they have had their questions to answer. So, as you said, network, this is an opportunity for you to network and also to meet some other people. A reminder that the Expo is happening at the Tamale Park, Jubilee Park. And so make sure you're heading there right after here and then get some products for yourselves at a discounted price and enjoy locally made products as well. At the moment, we'll have Samuel who will join me here and give us the closing remarks.
Okay, so I'll be very snappy with the closing remarks. So I would want to thank everybody here, our speakers. We are really grateful for sharing their insights with us, educating us, and I think we won't just learn and leave it here, but we'll practice what we've learned here, get mentors, and
build on what you've learned. Also, I want to thank the participants, the schools, Tamasco, Tatu, UDS, and Pana. We are really grateful for your participation here, and also our partners, the Northern Regional Coordinating Council, the Tamale Metropolitan Assembly, the Ghana Investment Fund for Electronic Communications (GIFEC), National Lottery Authority, Gexim Bank, Asasi Radio, Nisim Radio, the National Communications Authority, Hype Media, NTV, Twillium Ghana, Sumtaba Hype. We are really grateful for your partnership with us, and we look forward to future partnerships to do much bigger summits to really impact a much larger number. Thank you very much, and have a great day. Bye.